ensure strict compliance with their bonded arrangement with GRA. We are putting in a new building to accommodate offices for the airlines, because if you're bringing in more airlines, you got to get more office space for the airlines to operate, and you also have to put in facilities to the concessions to get storage for their bonded area.
Minister Edgell further explained that they are also retrofitting that needs to be done for a superstructure that was constructed during previous expansion works done at the airport by China Harbour Engineering Company.
They were supposed to put up a superstructure which will be able to accommodate about 20 additional concessions. That superstructure is already up by China Harbour. We have a local contractor that is retrofitting and putting that in. China Harbour has fulfilled their obligation on that. Those are two projects that three things. One, the retrofitting of the superstructure, the admin building that is being built across the road, and where we had the temporary waiting arrival area while the project was under construction. You will see some work being done there to deal with airline offices and bonds and the rest of it that is going on there.
The works done by China Harbour were completed at the end of June and involved an extension of the airport's boarding corridor in order to accommodate 2 more passenger loading bridges, providing the airport with a total of 6 boarding bridges capable of facilitating larger Code D and Code E aircraft. For the evening news, Amar Prasad.
A man who confessed to trafficking a quantity of cocaine was jailed for 4 years and fined $2.3 million on drug trafficking charges. Akeem Lashley, 26, appeared before Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan at the Georgetown Magistrates Courts on Thursday. He admitted to having in his possession 1.5 kilograms of cocaine for trafficking on August 8 at Norton Street, Georgetown. The drug has an estimated street value of 1.5 million Guyana dollars. His co-accused, 43-year-old Andre Clark, who is paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair, pleaded not guilty to the charge and was released on $150,000 bail. He will return to court on September 5. Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit Attorney-at-Law Talia Thompson related that Lashley and Clark were arrested after a rank search Clark's home and found 4 parcels of cocaine. During the raid, 3 other individuals were arrested. They are Police Sergeant Dion Bascom, 33, 54-year-old Rodwell George, and Serena Mentas, 19. They were arrested at Clark's home. Kanu has stated that Clark is no stranger to law enforcement officers. In 2011, he was arrested on a drug trafficking charge after 590 grams of cocaine were found buried in his yard. He has since been a person of interest to the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, and several investigations into his operations have led to his recent arrest. With the reintroduction of British Airways to fly the Guyana-United Kingdom route, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry has called for the removal of the UK visa requirement. Rupa Sinarain has the details.
In a statement on Thursday, the GCCI said it welcomes the decision by carrier British Airways to restart its route between Guyana and the United Kingdom. This decision, it said, comes at a time when Guyana has become the largest trading partner in the Caribbean with the UK. This deepened relationship, driven largely by enterprise, demonstrates the strengthening of the Guyanese economy. In light of this, the Chamber reiterated its long-standing call for the removal of the visa requirement that exists for Guyanese who wish to travel to the UK. The GCCI is of the view that the removal of this requirement will augur well for the continued deepening of economic relations between the countries and foster private sector development in both territories. The GCCI intends to make formal representation to the government of both Guyana and the United Kingdom with a view of urging the respective leaders for examining the removal of the visa requirement. British Airways will begin flying within the first quarter of 2023. They anticipate twice-weekly service to Guyana. The Boeing 777 has a seating capacity of 332 along with cargo. However, there will be no direct flights from Guyana to London since the aircraft will transit in St. Lucia, which will also open new opportunities for that country. Tickets to travel with British Airways went on sale immediately after the announcement. Rupa Sinarain, The Evening News.
Air traffic back to pre-pandemic levels as Guyana records increase from 2021. Quarantine man who fatally stabbed ex-wife still at large. This and more after this short break.
Optic offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optic, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optic, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to their ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optic takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optic Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Stop the finest in the country, both ceramic and porcelain, tiles and chandeliers you'll see while you shop around stress-free. Well, train stop and warming halls make your shopping smooth and calm, providing you with quality to match your style that's so unique. Mima Decor.
John Lewis Styles proudly introduces Everest Bags, a complete and affordable line especially suited for back to school. Lunch bags from $3,500, backpacks from $4,500, pulley backpacks from $10,995. Also available are messenger bags, computer bags, waist pouches, duffel bags, gym bags, and even camping bags, all for the same price or less than buying online. And it's already here on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe.
For bid, performance, retention, advanced mobilisation or customs bonds, bond with us. Fuel your success. Call 223 0840 or visit premierinsurance.gy. Premier Insurance. Premier insurance coverage.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. As Guyana is on the move to upgrade its healthcare facilities to smart facilities, the upgraded US $1.2 million Leonora Cottage Hospital was officially handed over to the Ministry of Health on Tuesday. Bisham Mohammed reports.
The upgraded hospital is one of the 5 healthcare facilities in Guyana that was redesigned to become resilient to natural disasters and climate change. Also, it is the 3rd facility to be completed following the Diamond Diagnostic Center in April 2021 and Lethem Regional Hospital in October 2021. Prime Minister Mark Phillips, during the recommissioning ceremony on Tuesday, explained that the health and well-being of Guyanese are high on government's agenda.
As a government, we believe that it is our responsibility to provide adequate levels of health care as an utmost priority to all our people. As mentioned by previous speakers, our government's commitment along this thrust is defined, as you heard earlier, in our pioneering National Healthcare Modernization Program.
He added that in accordance with the government's transformational agenda, all sectors, including health, will see rapid development that is climate resilient.
This is a time of accelerated development for all the people of Guyana. All our people will benefit from development in infrastructure, in health, in education, in housing, and in all areas that you dream and desire of. The Smart Healthcare project that we're commissioning here today, and the others that you heard of around the country, provide the means for creating facilities that can better withstand severe weather, save money, and protect the environment.
He added that the development is focused on improving citizens' access to basic services. This, he said, will include the hinterland and far-flung indigenous communities.
We are bringing development not only to the coast, but we're bridging that divide. That divide has always been a challenge for development in Guyana. Development on the coast, where 90% of the people live, and development in our hinterland, where the other 10% live in remote communities. So this initiative is greatly welcome and lauded by the government of Guyana, as it adds to our portfolio of success and bolsters our commitment to ensure the improvement in the quality of lives of the people of Guyana.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony said that with the facility back up and running, there will be a lot of work ahead.
As we work to improve things, you know, more and more people would demand higher and higher standards, and we have to work to make sure that we're able to meet those standards. The Smart Hospitals, as you've heard, is an initiative that we've been working with the UK on, and it's a Caribbean-wide initiative. We have been able to benefit with these 5 facilities in particular. And we are almost finished in terms of the construction. I want to, first of all, thank the British government for the resources that they have given us to make sure that we can do this project. And because of those resources, we have been able to do this, all these hospitals.
The Smart Hospital project is funded by the UK government in collaboration with the government of Guyana and managed by the Pan-American Health Organization, World Health Organization. It will have a total of 5 hospitals across Guyana converted into climate-resilient facilities that use more solar energy and stored water with upgraded systems of healthcare delivery. Bisham Mohammed, Evening News.
Oxford Medical Center, a multi-million-dollar healthcare facility, will soon open its doors to Guyanese, with the expectation of employing close to 50 Guyanese. Shane Marks tells us more.
Currently operating as a pharmacy, Oxford Medical Center will soon open its doors to the public as a state-of-the-art hospital. Speaking with the Evening News, CEO Shang Yukun said that once opened, the facility will provide affordable healthcare services to the people of Guyana.
Actually, we are set up an establishment, a healthcare facility, which will provide healthcare service for our Guyanese people. And what we are trying to provide a high quality healthcare services for everybody could afford the prices.
The hospital, which is in its final construction phase, will run for 12 hours daily and offer a wide range of services.
At the beginning, we will start 12-hour services, which we will have lab tests, different blood tests, sugar tests, cholesterol tests, urine tests too, of course, and we will have ultrasound scan checking, which we will have different general practicing doctors duty during the day, because of course we only have 12-hour service at the beginning. Also in the future we will have 24-hour service, because we have built one of the emergency room, which we will provide 24-hour service for any emergency like accident issue. It will happen. So in the future we will try to complete our facility will be 24 hours.
Additionally, the hospital will employ a workforce of 20 to 50 healthcare workers who will be able to assist 20 to 30 patients on a daily basis.
At this moment, and we able to provide at least 20-30 patients. Don't have problem because we get a huge space. Right. So, and we will hire qualified professional, whatever personnel for work with us. So we will provide a high class, high quality service for our Guyanese people, no matter where you come from and what color you are. So as long as you come into our facility, you are welcome. You don't have problem.
The facility has 6 consultation rooms, boardrooms, laboratories for medical testing, and is soon to be constructed X-ray department. Shane Marks, The Evening News.
Days after stabbing his ex-wife, 24-year-old Cindy Ramchandar, to death, Suraj Ganpat remains at large after he confessed to the woman's relatives that he had committed the act. Crime Chief Wendell Blanham, when contacted, told the Evening News that the police are making stringent efforts to apprehend the suspect, who is believed to have fled to neighboring Suriname. The suspect has accused the woman of infidelity. It was reported that the now-dead woman ended the relationship at least 3 months ago after she had been constantly abused by Ganpat. However, on Monday, Ramchandar of number 47 Village had left her home on her electric bike to drop off her 3-year-old niece at her parents' home, which is 1 street away. While in front of the child's mother's home, Ganpat reportedly drove up and struck her off the bike. He reportedly exited the car, attacked the woman with a knife, and stabbed her several times before fleeing the scene. The injured woman was picked up and taken to the Skeldon Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. The couple had no children. Public Works Minister Bishop Juan Edgil has said that the number of persons who have traveled to and from Guyana is almost back to the number before the COVID-19 outbreak back in 2020.
This was revealed during a press conference on Wednesday, during which the minister stated that the CJIA has recorded an increase of persons transiting at the facility. The increase has now taken the level of traffic at the airports back to the levels recorded before the country was hit by the devastating COVID-19 pandemic.
As of July 22nd, we're now in August 10th, and these numbers are recorded as of the end of July. 354,961 passengers transited and operated through the Teddy Jagan International Airport. And that is compared to 183,063 for the corresponding period last year. An increase of 94%. In 2022, we are already recording a 94% increase of traffic for the corresponding period. Arrivals reflected a 97% increase, while departures reflected a 91% increase. And we are currently doing 95% of our pre-pandemic traffic, which was measuring at 2019 before we had to go into the lockdowns in 2020.
The minister stated that since taking office back in 2020, the government has been able to double the number of airlines operating out of Guyana. This has now led to an increase in the numbers of seats available for travel as compared to the previous year.
There were just four airlines operating. We had Caribbean Airlines, Copa Airlines, Suriname Airways, and American Airlines. The total available seats as of October 2020 amounted to 260,434. So when you combine all 4 airlines that were operating, we could have only moved 434 passengers in and out of Guyana. So we met 4 airlines operating, and in 2 years, we've been able to double that by putting in another 4 airlines operating in and out of Guyana.
The total available seats as of July 2022 is 627,318, which is an increase of 140% as compared to the seats offered in 2020 when the government took office. With the arrival of British Airways, the newest airline operating out of Guyana will be able to add 1,328 seats per week or 69,056 seats per year. The minister explained that this is due to the government's decision to reopen the airports despite the negative feedback from naysayers.
When we decided in October of 2020 to reopen our airport, is bearing fruit, And we led the Caribbean in this regard, and I'm sure that everyone is now contented that we made the right decision amidst all of the risk and the hue and the cry and the pessimism that was being offered, how we're going to bring COVID in and kill people. We have given the figures of how many persons would have tested positive on arrival, and those numbers are minuscule. We were able to control this in a great way, and we also want to remind that Airports International would have certified and accredited the CJIA International Airport with very high accolades of our ability to operate during that COVID-19 period.
Presently, there are several airlines that are operating out of Guyana, including Caribbean Airlines, Suriname Airways, JetBlue, America Airlines, and Copa Airlines, among other chartered services. For the evening news, Amar Prasad.
The Veganeshwar Mandir of the Edward Village, West Coast Berbice, was on Sunday vandalized with millions of dollars in damage. According to one of its members, they were alerted to a strange noise emanating from the building, and upon checking, they observed a male in the building.
A person whom we identified as Rossum, who lives just behind the temple. Because of the fact that we knew him very well and we were unaware of his activities, we let him go. However, on Monday, when we returned for our Monday puja, we discovered that he had broken into the temple and he had desecrated some murtis.
According to the member, each of the items cost close to $400,000. In addition, the alleged perpetrator was found lying on the floor in the lower flat of the place of worship. The following day, members of the Mandir found a hammer, knife, and a screwdriver in the upper flat of the building.
We also saw some blood spatters on the floor, and on the evening that we found him, he had blood on his skin, his hands and his face was damaged. And if you would see him now, his hands are badly swollen. Upon inspection, we saw that the Sita Murti, which you notice lying down on the ground there, on the asan, right? Her crown was broken as well as her headpiece, right? And on the Lakshmana, which is next to Rama, his bow is broken, right? So these are marble stone murtis, and they're very, very, very expensive. One of these murtis will run up to about close to $400,000, and that's just the cost of it. If you have to ship it in, of course, that costs more monies.
So those that were broken, can they be repaired?
Well, no, not normally. Even if you try to paste it, it will not hold good because these are chiseled from a whole piece of stone.
The suspect has since been arrested. Members described him as being someone who would frequently be under the influence of alcohol and would be speaking loudly, much to the annoyance of the residents. Police are continuing their investigation. Luana McAllister reporting for the Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
Sidamawara Harbor Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Friday, August 12, 2022 at 3 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 16 hours 45 on Friday, August 12, 2022, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Jermaine Blackwood already enjoying his time with the Guyana Amazon Warriors, and Banks named official bear of CPL playoffs. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Superbet com certeza a sua melhor escolha. Com mais de 200 jogos online com Superbet, você aposta é para ganhar. Cadastre-se hoje, tá esperando o quê? Basta acessar o www.superbet.gy, clicar em registrar e você já está apto a participar. Lembrando que o Superbet não é recomendado para menores de 18 anos.
Complete control of power is in your hands with the ultimate U.S. brand Generac generators from Sylvie's Variety Store. Get the supply and reliability you need every time. From 1800 to 8,000 watts of power for residential and commercial use. Recoil and electric start with gasoline engines. Generac generators from the authorized dealers Sylvie's Variety Store.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the two most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.